Good. I always forgetting it's Wednesday evening, and we're halfway done with the week of South Carolina Weather Watchers. I am the host. That's not the music that I want. All right. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Wednesday. So, welcome everyone to the stream. We are moving over the chat. I forgot to do the ratings yesterday, so I'll make sure that I get them done today. The 10-star ratings. Just, if you leave, the review stuff, I will leave them inside of the. You can leave them inside the chat, your ratings inside the chat. Remember, no biasness. This is just for real. Like, if I did terrible, 1 star. If I did fantastic, like phenomenal, like almost perfect, 10-star. It just really determines matters in what you think, just your opinion. So, and I won't be offended at all if you give me a 1 star. I would be, concerned as of why, but if you give me a 1 star, I'm just going to take it, and ain't nothing else I can do about it. So we're going to do that at the end of the stream again, like we usually do, where you can rate me out of 1 out of 10. I'm not doing the rankings. Y'all will be doing the rankings instead. So let's start off with our video. Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening. Now, looking at the radar right now, as you can see, South Carolina is looking very good in terms of precipitation-wise. Here's just another look at it right here. You see, we do have some showers off there to the coast. But it's not impacting the region at this time. And that really is coming from Florida. And we talked about it this morning. In Florida, it's still going through it with the potential 15 inches of rain in some spots. It's not all 15 inches have fallen yet, but there's more on the way that is pushing in from the Atlantic as of now. We have some severe weather up there. For Wisconsin, we have some confirmed tornadoes on the ground doing damage. We have a bunch of damage reports going through Minnesota right now. We also do have some severe thunderstorm watch just to the Nebraska and Iowa border. And then we also have some heat advisories going up for Kansas, Colorado, as well as New Mexico, and maybe even some excessive heat as well that's going on for the Southwest, as well as over here in Nevada and Utah, also receiving some precipitation through there as well. Here is our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now for us is actually doing kind of bad in terms of cloud cover, just because most of us is covered with cloud cover. It's not really like terrible, like we're all covered, but it's doing kind of good, kind of bad. We have some spots to where there's no clouds in sight, but there are some spots to where you're just completely covered with clouds. I looked up in the sky while I was outside around maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago, and it's just some scattered, kind of like dots in the sky of clouds. Here's our cloud cover total percentage, though, for the next 18 or so hours. If we push this forward, here you can see that as we get into tonight, the cloud cover will continue to build, and it will be completely covered by time we get to even tomorrow morning. We could be completely covered up. And then as we get into like hour 18 or so, as we get into tomorrow afternoon, cloud cover will continue to move to the east as well. Here is our current temperature is 82 in Columbia, 80 in Anderson, as well as 79 in Greenville, Union, as well as Rock Hill, 77, 82 in Bennettsville, 79 in Myrtle Beach, 80 in Moncks Corner, 79 Savannah, 82 in Augusta. Here is our low temperatures for tonight. Low temperatures will be around 65 in Greenville, 64 Spartanburg and Rock Hill, 65 Anderson, 64 Greenwood, 67 in Columbia, 67 in Florence, as well as 66 in Sumter, 72 Charleston and Myrtle Beach, 75 in Hilton Head Island, 67 in Aiken. Here's our forecasted precipitation for the next 24 or so hours. You can see that we do have a chance for some precipitation to form along the coastline going into the next 24 hours or so. Let's go and check out the models and see what they say and see if they agree with this. Here is the models for the, let's go to the 18Z. And we'll wait for this thing to push its way forward. Let me kind of push this outward. Push this forward, you can see that, I mean, not really seeing anything for like early tomorrow morning. Maybe a shower or two just to the southwest of Barnwell as well as near Allendale. But here it is. There's the showers that we were talking about tomorrow at around 11 o'clock in the morning. We could have some of that moisture from the Atlantic trying to push into the coastline, bringing that chance for precipitation for pretty much the coastline. Not really anywhere inland much. And I can actually show y'all. I did get a pen, so I'm not going to be just saying, oh, look at the coordinates. I did get a pen now, so I can actually draw and show y'all what I want to show y'all. But you see the showers all the way over here inside of the near the Charleston region as well. Let me move my thing back. Here it is. All right, over here near the Charleston region as well. And then we continue to move this forward some more. And then there you can start to see the showers start to traverse all the way down to Hilton Head Island and Beaufort as well. And then continuing through there, not much from that point forward. Moving on, talking about the SPC outlook, we do have a day 2 TSTM for the Low Country South Carolina with those downpours that we were just talking about. Those do have a chance to provide some thunder with them. Not really looking at really any types of wind or hail threat or anything like that. Just a regular thunderstorm. And then day 3, the entire state has a chance of seeing thunderstorms going into your Friday as well. So we're just going to have to watch for that and see what happens. No excessive rainfall is expected pretty much for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, or, well, yeah, the next 5 days. There's no chance for precipitation. And then here is the Atlantic tropical cyclones and disturbances map. You can see over here near Florida, we now have a 2020. Now we have a 20% chance of cyclone formation for the next 48 hours, and now a 20% chance for the next 7 days for this to turn into tropical depression, I guess, to turn into a tropical depression once it leaves Florida. And really, what we're watching for is over here. Once it enters this region right here, that's the time that we're watching for to potentially develop into some sort of tropical depression. It's already in invest already. And over here, inside of the Gulf of Mexico, we have a 30% chance of this forming for in the next 7 days, but a 0% chance for the next 48 hours. So we are just watching for the potential for this to form for the next 48 hours. We'll show the models in actually right now. So we'll show those right now. So let me move my way over here. And here we go. So you can see here inside of Florida, we already have that chance of precipitation to go through. And then once that goes through, I'm actually going to pull this up on the side so y'all can see my pen. So I don't have to keep on switching back and forth. So let me do this real quick. All right. So turn that off. Y'all, let me make sure that my pen is actually working. You can see it. That's great. All right. So looking at the GFS now, you can see the 18Z Florida is getting hit with that heavy rainfall. And then as we continue and even go into tomorrow as well, they will still be getting hit with that precipitation. Not really, I don't think really as much, but kind of more on like the eastern side near like the Miami region. Northern Miami was put under a flash flood emergency, so that's your weather news of the day right there. Northern Miami was put under a flash flood emergency. That was for very, very heavy rain. I think already 4 to 7 inches have fallen, and then like another 4 to 6 inches probably were going to fall in like 1 hour. So very, very dangerous flash flooding for that region as we went into maybe like a couple of hours ago, I believe it was. But continuing to move this forward, you can see that showers really start to pop up over here as we go into our next, around June the 16th. at around 2 a.m., somewhere around there. And then continuing through, pushing this forward some more, we do have some more precipitation around June the 17th. And then that's pretty much all that I'm seeing. We have a nice kind of like a nice little clear period, but I mean in terms of severe weather, I'm not really seeing much, just some rain. And then we have this huge thing down here, huge tropical storm that maybe try to hit the New Orleans region at around June the 25th. If this was to happen as modeled, bring us a bunch of rain. It would bring us a heavy shield of rain over here. Just pretty much at around 8 o'clock p.m. June the 25th. So if this was to happen, it would bring us definitely some heavy rain, maybe some flash flooding conditions as well. And then once that moves out the way, it's pretty much nothing else. And we can also show this as well if we go on to the 500 millibar or the 250 millibar wind speeds. We'll just do that. And kind of zoom our way out. Here's the continental United States, the lower 48. And you can see already, you can see kind of the jet stream up here. You can see this whole system up here. And pretty much what this is doing is there are storms forming over inside like Montana, North Dakota, and it's pushing its way outward and kind of entering Canada a little bit. That's why Canada did have some severe weather today. And it's leaving off the East Coast, leaving near like the New York region. Those are where the storms are going. If we're south of this, we're pretty much good. That's why we're receiving our nice fair weather. Again, nothing really that we have to pay attention to too much. So, continuing through, as you push this forward some more, you can see that it kind of starts to dip a little bit. This is why we have a nice, warm, fair weather going on throughout most of the southern United States, but the northern portion, at least the Northeast, will be starting to see kind of some more stormy activity as well as some cooler than average temperatures as we go into around June the 14th, somewhere around there. And look at us, we're still staying pretty strong, nothing really going on the 16th and the 17th. And then we have this another huge, big trough here that's going to again bring some bad weather in front of it. Even up over here inside of the west, we could actually see some bad storms over there. And then again, low pressure here with well, actually not low pressure there, but low pressure is following this thing going upward and then going up into Canada while we're over here again having nice fun in the sun, June the 19th as well. And then again, more time to keep on going. Again, just nice weather. Maybe seeing a bit of a disturbance going to like June the 23rd, but again, nothing too bad. This is where like that hurricane, or not hurricane, but tropical storm, if it was to happen as forecasted, would happen. And just continuing it forward some more, you can just see the recurring pattern. Okay, so the northern United States will be receiving a bunch of stormy activity over pretty much the next week or so. And I mean, you can even see it up here as well. Just bad stormy weather going through the northern part, and look at the south looking pretty well as well. So that's pretty much all we're watching for right now. And let's go out and talk to the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And we just talk to the chat, constructive criticism. We can do questions as well. It does not matter. So, hey, Joseph, I hope all is well. Hope you had an amazing day. Keep up the great work. I did have an amazing day. Hi, Joseph. How are you? I'm doing well. Good evening to you as well, Mr. Anthony. And then how is the Latson area? Power on. My Nana's actually inside the chat right now. And then she said, hi, Jay. Yes, power is back on. It was very weird yesterday. Because, let me go to the power outage right now, and then go into here. Yeah, only 18 people are without power inside of South Carolina, 2 in Berkeley County, 1 in Dorchester County and Charleston County, and the rest is spread out throughout the entire state right now. But yeah, only 2 people are out from Berkeley County, so I feel bad for the other 2 that are still without power. That's very unlucky. Same thing with the 1 person inside of Dorchester County that's out right now. They're not having too good of a day either, and 1 person in Charleston County also not having too good of a day. So hopefully they get their power back on. But again, I'm honestly surprised that Florida, honestly, well, they're just at the cusp, but they're getting that storm as well, bringing gusty winds and that heavy rainfall. I'm surprised that they're not listed as yellow or a code yellow on this list because there's 9,456, so it's not a whole bunch going on right now. But yes, in terms of the Latin region for power, it was very weird because we went to my Nana's house yesterday, and one side of her neighborhood had power, and the other side did not. So it was very weird. Never seen that before, but I guess they came on like maybe like 2 hours, I think, like after we left. So it was, again, just weird how one side of the neighborhood had power, and then the other side was still pitch black. Nothing was going on over there. But that's that. Let's talk about our I almost just said San Francisco. San Antonio forecast for the next little bit. So, moving our way back. Okay, I just clicked the button on accident. Let me check that. Okay, there we go. Alright. So, moving through tonight, in terms of rain, in terms of tonight, not really watching anything for tonight. Tomorrow, again, nothing for tomorrow. And then as we continue into Friday afternoon, not seeing any types of rain for those regions at all. So, you're free from rain, at least for the next, I'd say for around the next, I'll say 40 hours or so. So, you don't have to worry about any rain. Temperature-wise, though, we'll see that in a second. We'll see if you're a bit below average. We'll see if you're a bit above average in terms of precipitation. But here we're loading it up. And then pushing this into tonight, low temperatures around 74. Tomorrow, high temperatures 96. And then tomorrow night, lows around 75. High temperatures around... I skipped a bit too far. Hold on one second. I did skip a bit too far. All right. Low temperatures for tonight, around 75 somewhere around there. Tomorrow for high temperatures, around 96. Tomorrow night, low temperatures around 75. And then around 2 o'clock on Friday, it will be around 93 degrees. So, moving on to our severe weather. Let me get my radar back up. And actually, before I do that, let me go over here and do the Raleigh thing real quick, because this thing takes a while to load up, and I don't want to wait and then keep y'all waiting like that for too long. So I'm going to just go up and do the temperatures now. So up here for temperatures, because temperatures is the hardest map to load up, because they have like colors everywhere. It's not like precipitation to where not the entire map is covered with colors. But tonight in Raleigh is going to be around 65, it seems like. And then tomorrow, highs around 90. Then tomorrow night, lows seem to be around 67. And then Friday, around 2 o'clock, it'll be around 94. And then in terms of precipitation, composite reflectivity, we can move this back a little bit. But we see it's loading up a little bit. And then once we push this forward, again, not really watching for any type of precipitation. Seems to be like for the next 48 or so hours. So you're good in terms of that for rain. So let's go to the radar and let's talk about severe weather. So moving on, let's start with Raleigh first for severe weather. Here is your day 1. Nothing for today or tomorrow or day 3. But if we continue and move on to the hydraulical outlooks, nothing for day 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So you're good in terms of severe weather and excessive rainfall. But let me close these out a little bit. All right. So, and then in terms of for San Antonio, let me move back over here. And then once we get back here, in terms of severe weather, you'll see anything for day 1, nothing for day 1, or day 2, which is tomorrow, nothing for Friday, and nothing for the next 3 or so days. And then as we go into our hydraulical outlooks, nothing for day 1, day 2, or 3, as well as 4 or 5. So we're good in terms of that. So no severe weather, no excessive rainfall is expected for the next 5 days. And that's pretty much all I have. Here's the 3 areas of interest. We have this area of interest also down here inside the Pacific. The 0% chance for the next 2 days, 30% chance for the next 7 days for the one in the Gulf, and then 20% chance for the next 2 days, 20% chance for the next 7 days. So that's pretty much that. Pretty much all I have on terms of that, and that's pretty much it. I don't see anything else. Awesome power is back on. Yes, power is back on, thankfully. Also, we gave her stuff as well, like flashlights and stuff like that, so you can keep those flashlights as well, just in case the power does go out again. But the fan and stuff like that, it's gonna be hot out there, especially with us being outside baseball wise as well. So that's yeah, we're gonna have to need those fans back, as well as I think my mom probably also needs the portable chargers as well. So anyways, we'll settle that another day. But that's all that I have. I don't thank you, no problem. And let me turn on the audio back. Oh, I almost forgot to do it again. It's time for the ranking. So, out of 10 stars, where would y'all rank me in terms of productivity, just how the stream outlook, concise, pretty much understandable stuff, not too much pauses and stuff that you could clearly understand. Like, in terms of overall everything, leave inside the chat a number between 1 through 10 and see where did I end up for tonight. As well. And if you also watch this morning's video, you can also leave it for this morning's video as well, even though I don't really put as much effort as I do in terms of the evening videos. I think I put a bit more effort into the evening videos. I still put a lot of effort in the morning ones, don't get me wrong, but I do think that the evening videos do get a bit more shine and a bit more stuff going on. And so we got a 10, and then we got an 8.5. So those are, again, pretty high numbers. Not really anything going on. 8.5, all right. I already know why my mom put it 8.5, because she said, there's always room for improvement. That you're not going to be perfect all the time. So that's why she's never going to give me a 10. She's always going to give me below a 10. But that's respectable. So that's it. Hopefully everyone has a great rest of your Wednesday night, and I'll be back tomorrow, or hopefully at around close to 9 on Thursday morning for your Thursday morning forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic Wednesday evening.